Welcome back, this is Goku-san DBZ, and welcome back to Video Game News. This is July the 10th. Hard to believe it's already almost mid-July. But with that said, here is some of the stuff in gaming news or so over the past week or so. First up, one to mention quickly, a little highlight thing put together. First up, 6 great games if you're interested in playing some fighting games that have great online netcode. This is 6 fighting game recommendations that I recommend with really great and overall solid netcode. First up of the recommendations, Skullgirl's Second Encore, which uses rollback netcode. Also, not technically rollback, but still surprisingly the online is good. Injustice 2. Soul Calibur 6. A lot of people won't mention, but actually for the most part, at least me personally, I've had pretty good experiences overall with Soul Calibur 6's online. It is definitely better than Tekken 7's. Also, surprisingly, even though it's an older, combined for the next spot is between Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat X. Both have great online. I haven't really had any major issues on either game. So definitely the more recent Mortal Kombats have actually had really good netcode. Also, even though technically it's not rollback, it plays great, and I don't think I've ever had any major frame rate issues or anything online. That being Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Of course, I'm going to continue praising this game. But yeah, seriously, the online is great. I've had quite a few matches on, but then again, everyone I have played has also been on PSN. Number 1 of recommendations is Killer Instinct. No surprise there. Arguably probably the best netcode I've seen of any fighting game. At least personally. So with that said, of course, games for this month of July, PS Plus. First is the Dark Pictures Man of Maiden. Personally, I've only heard pretty much negative things for the Dark Pictures anthology. But whatever. Also, you have Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Also, which is great. And then the third one, it's interesting to say the least. But also games, also quickly mentioned to Xbox and Microsoft players. It was confirmed Xbox games with gold will no longer offer 360 games moving forward. Which sucks for 360 fans. Also, video game market expected to see decline in 2022 according to recent analytics, as well as different stats, but that's no surprise seeing a small drop given the 2 years of, 19 we'll just say, since YouTube has an issue about people actually saying the word. Or as I call it, the CCP virus. But anyways, it's expected to drop $1.2 billion less this year. Also, in other news, pretty big thing, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, in its first week as of course, the massive expansion DLC, has already sold over an estimated 2 million copies of the digital version expansion. That's pretty good and impressive, folks. Congratulations to Monster Hunter Rise. Also, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy releases on mobile devices with improved audio and visuals. Also, Cuphead in the delicious last course. Stats coming from Metacritic. First up, we have the Xbox One version has a 90% critic as 7 out of 10 user. PC has an 88% critic and an 8.3 user. PS4 has a 83% critic, 7.7 user. Switch has a 90% critic and 7 out of 10 user. Also some other stuff, Pocky and Rocky reshrined. PS4 has 79% critic, no user data. Switch has an 81% critic, no user. Also, Forspoken has been delayed until January. And Atari 50, the anniversary celebration, which looks like an awesome collection of games. It's going to be $40. It's going to offer a total of 90 games, just so you know. As well as it's going to offer games from the Atari 2600, Atari 5200, and Atari 7800. But the real big thing about this collection is it's also going to include games from the Atari Lynx handheld and the Jaguar. For the very first time, these two added. So you're going to get to play games from all Atari consoles. Also, it's going to be available for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, Switch, PC, and Atari VCS. Also, the last bit of news, it is unfortunate, and this sucks to mention, but over the past week it was announced that found dead, unfortunately. It's believed to have been an accident while diving, but Kazuki Takahashi has passed away. And in case you may not know who Kazuki Takahashi is, he is the man who created Yu-Gi-Oh! Responsible for creating the manga as well as obviously everything to come. The anime, the card game, everything. The juggernaut franchise that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Today would not exist without Kazuki Takahashi. So rest in peace. He was only 60 years old. But this is a huge blow to fans of anime, of card games, as well as to manga. As it's only been in recent time, I really started checking out the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga, and it's good. It's great. I much like the darker tone and more serious nature of the manga, though I still will always have a fondness for the anime series. And I have personally been a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably for about 18 years. So, this is kind of a big deal to me personally. But, with that said, that's it for this edition of Game News, and it sucks going off on a somewhat sad and more serious note. Unfortunately, that's life. And that's the bad thing, whether you're ready or not. Unfortunately, that's one of the only consistent things in the universe. But with that said, I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe out there in YouTube land. And to all my fellow Yu-Gi-Oh! Lovers, just like myself, this is definitely not the greatest. But with that said, stay safe, everyone. See you again soon enough.